Hi guys, welcome to Go See Gail. Today I'm just going to do some Gutfeld stuff because it's one of my favorite shows and I know it's one of your favorite shows, and so we should just love on the show together, right? The first clip that I'm going to show is Michelle Tafoya is just ripping on Mom Donnie, the socialist mayor of New York, or the socialist contender who hopefully won't become the mayor of New York. And I just love the way Gutfeld comes in and just slaps in a punchline. And then the guy in the blue shirt, can't remember his name, but he just has a great flow of bits that come out of him. And then a little later, I'm going to show you a joke that I did 13 years ago that I saw on this show. Now, I don't think anybody stole my joke from 13 years ago. It's not that brilliant of a joke. But what I do like is that I like that my humor is on this show. And I want to be a writer on this show one day. And if not on this show, then on a show like it. So it could happen. It will happen. And then after that, I'm going to show a Tyrus clip that I love Tyrus. It's not really that funny, but it's just, he's wise. And I just love that he doesn't dress in a suit or whatever, but he has some of the wisest words of everyone. So let's start off with Michelle Tafoya. Okay, hold on. I gotta put it on the other.
So this guy has no integrity. He's anti-Semitic. He has shown us everything that he is, and now he's added a liar.
Which means he'll probably win. So Michael, always good
You
that
love
you dress
that?
up for today.
I thought that was good.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I wore my new blue jacket.
Yes.
I got this from the mailman. I
You
don't
know,
have a house. He never comes by. I have to wait by a stranger.
that's so nice. You
I like
know,
this
so
guy.
this guy ticked the wrong box. You live in a box. Are you offended that he misappropriates boxes?
Yes. Yes. And he took 2 boxes.
Yes.
Right?
Asian.
I just have the one. He took Asian and African.
Mm-hmm.
Not cool. And that's probably what his undoing was.
Yes.
Right? Because they're like, Asian and black? Let's see this guy's picture. Wait a second. He was trying to trick us.
Now, let me tell you something. As a comedian and as someone who did comedy for a really long time, I think that he forgot what he was going to say. I just know. I can just feel it. He was just retelling the beginning, but he really did have material that he was going to go into, but he's like, yeah. So that's not the funny part. That's just something, you can feel that out. You can feel that he was like, what was I going to say? I forgot what I was going to say.
This is the least offensive thing that he's done, right? This Zoran Mamdani. That's his name. I like Trump calls him Mamdani the commie, which is just great. Mamdani the commie. You know, this guy, his name sounds like an off-brand Ozempic. How did you lose the weight? I'm on Mamdani. With his socialist policies, the weight just melts right off.
That's good. That's very good.
Christopher Walken doing Donald Trump.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't do Donald Trump. I do Christopher Walken. Yeah. Mamdani, he's a wackadoodle. I don't like this guy.
So stupid.
His dad's a millionaire. His mom's a millionaire director. He's a failed rapper. He was young cardamom. He's like a weird Indian sweater, I guess. I'm freezing. I need a cardamom to wear. I don't like him. And he wants to have free government-run grocery stores or government-run grocery stores. Yeah, that'll be great. Imagine waiting in line at the DMV to buy an old banana. His ideas are bananas.
Thank you.
Oh, that's good. He's great. And let me just say this for the record, as far as comedy goes, I cannot stand when people do Christopher Walken impressions or Arnold Schwarzenegger. I find them to be hacky as F, okay? But I did think that was fun. That was clever. And Rob Schneider is a buddy. I haven't seen him in a really long time, but my ex used to open for him. I opened for him too several times. He did a bit where he would do Christopher Walken as a GPS, and he would just be like, and now we're lost. So that's I thought that was clever. If you can do it that way, in a clever way, that's cool. But if you're just doing Christopher Walken, it's just no, please just don't do that. But if you do it as something else, it makes it funnier because it's just been done to death. Okay, so back in the day, I did comedy and I would do all kinds of weird, crazy shows. For instance, I did a show where a guy was getting his foot cut off, literally, like he had diabetes and he was getting his foot cut off. And he had a really good sense of humor, obviously, because his friends wanted to do a foot roast for him, like roast the fact that he was getting his foot cut off. And so I got booked to do that show. I can't remember the jokes. I'm not going to get into that, but I'm just saying back in the day, we would have done any show anywhere. And so for my friend Howie Wallfish, who I also produced a pilot with, Backyard Comedy, he experimented and did this thing called pit bull comedy where you wrestle a pit bull while you tell jokes. And I found this old clip because I did this one joke. I'm going to show you Gutfeld and how he did this one bit, and then I'll show you that me wrestling a pit bull and how I did this joke 13 years ago. Okay, this is the joke Gutfeld style.
Somehow that killing a bad show is criminal. Hey, Writers Guild, you know what's criminal? Churning out garbage like The Big Bang Theory and How I Met Your Mother. They should have combined those two shows and called it How I Banged Your Mother.
Now they're talking about Stephen Colbert and how everyone's whining about Stephen Colbert and how his show is canceled and everyone's whining about it. So here is me.
TV shows. A lot of TV shows are being canceled right now. I don't know if it's the acting. I don't know if it's the writing. But I think they're not doing well enough on their own. I think we should start combining them. Like take the How I Met Your Mother and The Big Bang Theory and make it How I Banged Your Mother.
See, that's my joke. That was me 13 years ago. Look, that's not, see how red isn't my natural hair color? It's brown. Oh Lord, I love those tall boots. I still wear those tall boots. Not those exact ones, but yeah. Now we're gonna do Tyrus. I just love Tyrus, and I love that he has such insightful insights. They're talking about President Trump's 6 months of success and how do the Democrats feel about it, and I like what Tyrus has to say.
I just came up with that one. Tyrus, you know, I got a lot of these things. You can come by my office. I'll share them with you.
The door's too short.
Plus, he's quick. He's quick.
Don't you love it when I scurry in underneath the table?
Yeah, your team always likes jumping at the desk. It's very nice. It's like Jaws. I hate to say this because I do consider you a brilliant man, but I disagree with you wholeheartedly on this. They're not happy with anything the president has done. What he has done is stop them from becoming billionaires. He has stopped the money laundering. He has stopped their ability. The woke brand was fake disasters that the taxpayers would be forced to dump money in.
That's what I always say. I always say what it feels like is the Democrats are constantly like raising money for stuff that isn't real. You know, it's like save the ladybugs and save the air and save the whales and it's just like save Americans, save veterans, and save homeless people, you know, save people that are paid into the system. It's always just like send money everywhere else. Like don't take care of the people that actually pay into the system. I've always felt that way, and the way Doge uncovered so much fraud, it just really opened my eyes, and a lot of you guys too, I believe, right?
True.
And then laundered into their accounts so they get their mansions and stuff. They've never given a about the American people. All they've cared about is lining their pockets, and he has stopped that. So they will never say, oh, thank you, because they never really thought about helping the American people.
Nope.
You never see, every time you see them, they're always doing what? Flying on private jets, flying in this, and he's bringing it up. He had his money, so he didn't get with the program. And the reason why this 6 months has been so crazy, because he knows the swamp is not just roots in the Democratic Party. The Republican Party has got the same roots in the swamp. The difference is they had to be silent. The only time we see them is when it's time for his big, beautiful bill, and all of a sudden these Republicans suddenly have problems with one small part of the thing because they answer to the pharmaceutical companies just as much as the Democrat and other things do. So the reason why he's going fast, because he has no choice. Yeah. He has to get it done in 6 months. Because eventually, the midterms, those rhinos and those Republicans care more about their own personal wealth are going to show their ass. So there's never going to be a time that the Democratic Party is ever going to say, we appreciate what you're doing. You know
Yeah.
how much money they lost
Yeah.
with the borders being closed? You know how much money they lost with law enforcement being reinforced
And the
again?
cartels.
With their money laundering USDAs and all that, they can no longer get their relatives paid. They are furious because he has stopped the swamp.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey,
You know, I have another video that I think I'm going to let this ride. There's another video. The cartels. Some of these Democrats are making money from the cartels. This is
You went
another.
down to the cartels and asked what they thought about Trump labeling them terrorist organizations. What was their response to that?
I asked them, what do you think about Trump calling you terrorists? And how is this going to impact you? We don't care. We're just going to wait 4 years. It's not that deep. We're not going to fight them on it. We'll give them what they want to see. And we are not terrorists. There are drug addicts all across the United States who want what we have to sell. If this
Want what we have to
means that we have
sell.
hold off for a little while in order to protect our networks, that's exactly what we will do.
There's always a potential that we send in SOCOM and JSOC units. Do they have any fear of that?
Them about that. And they said that if American specialists lay their feet on Mexican soil, they will fight till the death because they will have nothing to lose. Will they win that fight? No. But they won't go down without a fight. If their entire livelihood and their entire business is being attacked, especially
It'll be
by
like Scarface.
US uniform operators who have every means to just completely squash it, they won't go down like a bitch.
Yeah, I just feel like there's so much corruption on the left and on the right too, but just so much on the left, and they're just waiting. They are waiting for Democrats to get back into office. I mean, think about when they invaded Ukraine, when Russia invaded Ukraine. They did it when Biden was in there. You know, it's like, it's just so obvious that all the bad stuff happens when weak people are in office. And I'm sorry, but it's the Democrats. They are not strong. They are not smart. They are not leaders. Democrats do not give a crap. They just don't. That's what I feel. I feel like they just don't give a crap. They just want to do their grifts, do their money, send their money for war, but then also take some, and everybody stays rich, and then they act like they care. But Trump already has his money, you know? He already has money, and he wants to fix the country. So there you have it. So lots of Gutfeld, and we're ending with the cartels. All right, let me know what you guys think. This has been Go See Gail. Like, share, and subscribe. Have a great day, great night, great morning, whatever time it is. And yeah, we'll see you again very soon.